In this video, I'll show you how to create a registration and login page in WordPress. Let's get straight into it. Okay, so for example, I've created this sign up form here with these custom fields, and you can add numerous amount of fields as well. You can add a file upload field, a time picker field, and so on. All right, so this is our custom registration page, which we've created, and we've also created this custom login page as well. Of course, you can customize all the elements around this particular page. Currently, I'm just using the default Gutenberg editor, but again, you can embed these registration page wherever you want. So if you want to create a similar setup on your WordPress website, the first step is to head over to AovUp.com. Go ahead and download the AovUp user registration plugin. I'll leave a link in the description below. And with that being said, let's head over to our dashboard. Assuming you've downloaded and installed the AovUp user registration plugin, the next step is to go ahead and actually just enable registration on your WordPress website. So we'll go settings and then general settings, and then we just need to enable this option where it says anyone can register. So let's hit save changes, and first we'll just create our login page, and then we'll sort out our registration page. So let's go ahead and click add new page, and then we can just say login, and then we can add our shortcode here from the AovUp user registration plugin. So again, the link to all these shortcodes will be in the description below. Okay, so we just add woos dash and then login, and we can save changes. Now when we view this page, we won't actually see anything because we're already logged in, but if we copy this page and view it in a private browser, then here we can see our login form, and you can style it as well if you want. So again, we can add different content above and around this particular login form. All right, but that's our login form down, and now let's go ahead and create our registration form. Okay, so we'll head back over to our main dashboard area, and now we'll navigate over to user registration. So the first thing I want to do is actually customize our registration field. So we'll navigate over to user field here. All right, and then we've got a few predefined fields by default that we can enable or disable, and then we can add custom fields. So first, let's have a quick look at how you'd actually enable one of our predefined fields. So for example, the name, we can click on this option. We can rename the label. We can add a placeholder text as well. We can set this to required, and we can also customize the width, right? So it can be full width or even half. For the status, we just want to make sure we set this to publish. If we don't want to display it, then we'll just set it to unpublish. Role dependency. So in your case, this probably doesn't make sense, but for example, so if you got various different roles on your WordPress website, for example, you could have like a VIP member role, and for users to access this particular role, maybe you want to display additional fields only to that user group. So this is where role dependency would come in, and then you just select the role in which you only want to show this field to. So I'm just going to untick this option because we just want to create a general registration page for everyone. All right, so this field's enabled, and you can quickly tell at a glance which fields enabled or disabled via this word here, which says it's been published. All right, so we can see these have been published as well. And if you wanted to add custom fields, we can just click add new field here, and then we can choose from a heading field, a text box area, email, multi-select, and so on. All right, so you just customize your registration page according to your requirement. Okay, you can even add a file upload field as well if you wanted. I'm going to delete this field because I've already created a few fields before, and so we've created this gender field, which is this select box field here, and we've got some additional fields as well. So for example, this one, let's delete this one. Okay, and then let's just hit save changes. Okay, so once you're happy with your registration fields, then we just need to head over to where it says generate shortcode, and then we can just go ahead and generate our shortcode here. Let's say, for example, if you want to create multiple different registration page, maybe you want to create one for regular members and then another one for customers or users that want to be a VIP member. Then for the role dependency, you can create numerous different fields and then just assign those fields to the different member groups. So now when we're generating this shortcode field, we can generate a separate registration page for our subscribers and just hit generate shortcode here. And then we can also, let's say this was VIP. I know it says wholesale, but let's say this was a VIP member role. Then again, we can just generate the shortcode for this specific user group and then just embed it onto our registration page. But for this example, since subscriber is our default user role for this particular website, I'm just going to hit generate shortcode, and then I'll copy over the shortcode here. Okay, so one other thing to note as well is where it says redirection URL here. So after your users registered to your site, you can actually redirect them to a specific page, maybe to a thank you page, welcoming them to your website or something else. Let's quickly set a redirection URL. This won't be the best user experience, but I'm just going to redirect them to our home page. Again, in your case, you'll just redirect them to a thank you page or something like that. Let's hit generate shortcode again, and then let's copy this shortcode. And now we'll go ahead and create our registration page. So we'll click add new page, and then I'm just going to name this sign up. Paste in our shortcode and let's hit publish. All right, let's view our page. Okay, and here's our registration fields. Okay, by default, your registration field will inherit the styling of the particular theme that you're using. So if the theme you're using, the form fields are usually blue, for example, then this registration field will also be blue. So we can further customize the form styling, also the login styling as well, by using custom CSS. So we can add custom classes to these individual form fields for more advanced styling options. I've created a minor styling tweak, which I'll enable now. So if I click on this extension here you can see the styling which I've created for this particular form field. So as you can see, this is a much more modern design. All right, so I'll leave this particular CSS code in the description below, just in case you want to create a similar styling option for your website as well. If we quickly head back over to our dashboard here, if we click on, for example, this particular form field, when we scroll down, we can see this option here where it says custom CSS class. So we can add our CSS class here, and then we can target this particular field. And then one final thing which I want to cover is basically the onboarding. All right, so whenever a user sign up, we can automatically send them out a welcome email. So let's head back over to user registration, and then we'll click on the email tab. We can enable this option, so whenever a user signs up to your website, the admin will be notified about it, and you'll just enter in your admin email here. Okay, and then you can just add a subject line. So again, this is the email that the admin will receive. And for our users, when they sign up, we can enable this welcome email here, and then we can just go ahead and customize the messaging. This particular plugin works with WordPress and WooCommerce, so that's why you might see some WooCommerce specific messaging. Like and subscribe for more videos like this, and if you've got any questions, leave it in the comment box below or reach out to support.